Oh, hi, guys. Welcome to a brand new episode of the Pepper Pack Podcast. I am the random dude, Josh.
Oh, hey. I can do that too. And I'm the Dr. Pepper teacher, Zach.
And we are so glad you're here. You know, it's crazy to think 2020, this will be the last episode, not including the live stuff, but the last episode of 2020.
It's gone by fast.
Right? We started this show in
Thankfully,
May.
not the show,
Yes.
but
Yeah, thankfully 2020
I can't wait for 2023.
Oh, man, that'll be a wonderful year. Yes, it will.
Fun times.
So much fun. But to start this episode off, if you guys watched the diet episode, Zach had sent me a little something.
Something. Oh, I sent you two something.
Yeah, you sent me two something. So this is actually the second something out of the something. Well, the first something, that was the Dr. Pepper made with the real sugar. This
Changed
time, it did. It really did, actually. But tonight, I have not had the Dr. Pepper Jelly Bellies for the first time. I will be enjoying those. So
now, Josh, I recommend you grab about 3 of them, because one of them doesn't just it's good, but if you get 2 or 3 in there, it really gives you a good full flavor.
Okay. Well, how about this? Because I'm excited for our guest for this episode, but 2, I think it's time to lay some Dr. Pepper knowledge on us. So I'm going to say, while you're feeding our minds, I'm going to feed my face with these Jelly Bellies.
All right. Well, let me get this started. So.
Oh, yeah. I see what you mean. Glad I did more than one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So, Dr. Pepper history with me, the Dr. Pepper teacher. Today we're going to talk about the Dr. Pepper slogan, Dr. Pepper Fanatic. I don't even know how to pronounce it. So, Josh, if you want to take a shot at that, you can help me, because words. But yeah, that word. You guys can see it. If you can't see it, go to our YouTube channel and watch this.
Ooh, nice segue.
See what I'm doing there? I like it. It's almost like I planned that. But I found a lot of the information on that link there. You see, we'll go on. But this logo is one of the old logos, the Dr. Pepper's Phosphoratus. It's all over. I have one of these glass little cups. This is actually my Dr. Pepper clock in my man cave down in my basement, my Dr. Pepper Emporium. I got that from my father, and I took it from my parents' house. Yeah. And he still comes over to my house and says, "How's my clock?" And I go, "It's my clock, but thank you." Well, you see that logo there on the bottom, and I never thought much of it, but you see the wheat and iron, and that's where the phosphoratus comes in. There's that link I sent you. They had this whole article that I put the text on this PowerPoint, but it was just so much to read that I was like, no, I'm not going to do that to people. It's America. We don't like to read. For my students that are listening, you will have to read. It's good for your brain. Keep doing it. But it says, why did my phone start doing that? Where am I at? You guys can see me. I can't see you. It says, Lilly and Company have secured exclusive agency of Dr. Pepper's Phosphorat, the most healthful of summer drinks. It contains phosphorus and iron, 2 of our best-known tonics, and is combined with pleasant aromates to make it most delightful beverage in existence. Remember, it is served at Lilly and Company's fountain. If you want a delicious drink and one that will tone up your system and make you a strong Dr. Pepper Phosphoratus, emphasis added. And it goes on to talk about how that logo started in 1985. And it has to. Oh, sorry.
1985?
Thank you. Fact check. 1885 or 1895 words. So it has to do with the iron. The wheat frauds and the iron anvil symbolize health benefits. And so that was created by Neil Eastland Kellner, a Waco artist, and that came courtesy of the Dr. Pepper Museum. So wheat, maize, and rice are natural sources of the following minerals: calcium, phosphorus, zinc, iron, and copper. They are also natural sources of following B vitamins: folate, thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, another one, and biotin. But although Dr. Pepper contained no wheat, instead Dr. Pepper contained phosphorus and iron, in the 19th century claim to healthful and nutrient. They supported this early phrase and Dr. Pepper thing. And because we talked about how Dr. Pepper started in like kind of a pharmaceutical setting, like the drugstore, and they had the fountain shop, it went with that wheat and iron idea of a lot of the pharmacies. And so that is my fun little Dr. Pepper history. And
I like it. So
keep talking.
I pulled that up on excuse me, on the Dr. Pepper Museum website. And apparently you're just throwing things.
Well, no. As I told you, our listeners will, I got a special 6-foot social distance foam finger. Yeah, it's not working well.
Apparently it wants to socially distance itself from that spot.
Yeah, well, as I told you, the box came a little bent and damaged. And the PVC pipe that goes through the finger to hold it was snapped in the middle about halfway through.
So it's a broken finger.
And so you can see there's a little damage there on it when I got it.
But
you know what? I'm okay. I'm thankful for what I got because I wasn't expecting it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see if I can pull that PVC pipe out and somehow tape it or get it back together.
Duct tape fixes everything.
So this is, again, one of my cans that I have with the history of this. It says the Old Corner Drug Store in Waco, Texas is where Dr. Pepper was first concocted in 1885. It was originated by Charles Alderton, the pharmacist, and named by W.B. Morrison, the store owner, after a Dr. Pepper who owned a drugstore in Virginia, where he had worked. Morrison became romantically involved with the young daughter of Dr. Pepper, who viewed it as a premature and discouraged the relationship. This led Morrison to go west, and he traveled to Waco, where the multiple flavors were blended together to produce Dr. Pepper, the oldest major soft drink in America. So there's a lot of stuff from that can that I've mentioned in previous episodes about Alderton and Morrison, and I realize I may have even had some of their names mixed up when I told that previous Dr. Pepper history, but now you know.
There you go.
Because it's Dr. Pepper short.
So the other thing that I was starting to get into before you started throwing stuff around in your emporium,
I'm being attacked.
You know, again, we see the period in the logo for Dr. Pepper, meaning it took place before 1950, obviously. But the cool thing and it really ties into our guest, our special guest learned a very, very valuable lesson from this very podcast about the period. And I'm excited to bring her on.
And before you show that, because we could show that, but
absolutely,
our special guest also is awesome and was like, I want to help this show out and I want to help you guys. I want to sponsor an episode.
This is true. So first and foremost, let's bring on our special guest, Carly. Carly, welcome to the show.
Oh, nah.
Hey, guys.
I love it.
Oh, love it.
Thank you so much for having me. This is so exciting.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for coming on to the show. And again, thank you for sponsoring this. This episode, not going to cry because it's very touching. This goes out to all the frontline essential workers. You guys are awesome. Not all heroes wear capes. We raise our glass in your honor, or our can in your honor. So,
they cannot wear capes, but they can wear scrubs.
This is true. So, we're going to crack this open in 3, 2, 1. Oh, perfect timing.
Oh, man. We didn't even rehearse that.
I know.
You get it one shot and you're done. That's all.
It's true. It really is a one and done kind of thing. And Carly, I'm very excited to see you're also drinking a tall boy.
Oh, yeah.
As am I.
Saw this out at a gas station. I only find them at the gas station. So
yep.
I went to 2 gas stations before I could find this tall boy. So
there's something about the tall boys that are just, I don't know, better. But you know what? We'll get into that later. But first and foremost, tell us about yourself. Tell us about how you came to be a Dr. Pepper fanatic.
Oh, wow. So I'm Carly.
Hi, Carly.
live in Colorado. Hi. I live in Colorado, which is awesome.
Best state ever.
I agree. And so basically growing up, I didn't have a lot of the rules that it sounds like in some of the previous episodes, some Pepper Pack members had: no caffeine, no soda, all of that. It was a free for all in my house, apparently. And we always had soda on hand. It was mostly always Dr. Pepper, thanks to my dad. He
Good man.
would just drink Dr. Yes, I attribute it to him. So he would always drink Dr. Pepper, and of course, within moderation, we could have some as kids, and it just kind of grew up loving the drink, and from a very young age started drinking it, which is super great, and still drink it to this day. And I try and limit myself to one a day, just because I have a figure to maintain. But after the wedding, it's not so serious. But yeah,
so you just got married too, then, right?
I did. Yeah, just about 2 months ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so here's my tall boy, and I said 1 can a day, but the can's bigger. It's still 1, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, that reminds me, I have a cooler. It's out of my garage, so I'm not gonna go grab it. But it could probably hold about a 12-pack in it. And on the outside, it's designed like a can. So it says serving size 1, and it's a big cooler. And I told my wife, hey, I'll have 1 can a day. And I was like, okay, maybe not.
Perfect. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. I'll have to get me one of those and go by my same motto then.
Yeah.
You know what? I support it. I'm all for it.
So when we were talking about having you on, we were kind of going down the rundown with you and told you that we have the video capabilities, and we were saying, hey, make sure we're not in pajamas. But I did mention I have my Dr. Pepper pajamas. I don't want to open them because I want to keep the package together.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't know how old these are, so I don't know if anything will crawl out. But
oh my god!
But I was like, I got my pajamas, so
I'm ready for that. Cool. I know when we talked about, I said make sure I'm not wearing pajamas to see if we were on camera or not. For those listening on YouTube or watching, I guess, was that I didn't want to make sure I wasn't slouchy or anything. But no. I did look on Amazon to try and find some, and I really want like a Dr. Pepper onesie. If that could be
yes,
that would be ideal.
Could you imagine like the kind of flash video dance mob we can make if we got a bunch of Pepper Pack and onesies? And then just like showed up and did like a flash mob, danced into the Alma Pepper song.
Oh yeah, that'd be so fun.
But we'd have to be socially distanced with our 6-foot foam fingers. Oh, ideas that I get. I'm sorry, Dr. Pepper. I'm gonna cost you guys money.
Yeah, the only onesies are for babies.
I know. I messaged you guys. I might be able to squeeze into one though. Pretty sure.
I think I would be like this.
So
you like that little movement?
Yeah, I need some more jelly beans. How did you come to find out about the Pepper Pack? What's Carly's story of coming into the Pepper Pack? All the things.
Yeah, like how did you find it? How did you get in contact with them? All that good job. I don't even know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So like I said, Dr. Pepper a day. Always bring it to work because I like on the go and I'm running around everywhere. So I usually bring a can with me to work. And so my coworkers would see me drink a can of Dr. Pepper every day. And one of my coworkers said, hey, there's like this VIP club or whatever. You should be a part of it since you love Dr. Pepper so much. And I was like, really? Oh my gosh, what's it about? And so I tried searching for it and I didn't know the name Pepper Pack. So it took me a while to find it. But eventually I found the link where you can apply and it said, we're not accepting any new applicants right now. And I was like, oh no, I know. And so I was like, I told my coworker, I was like, oh my gosh, I found what you were talking about. It's called the Pepper Pack. It looks so cool. Like, I feel like I should be a part of it, but I can't apply right now because they're full or something. And so I waited and waited, refresh, like a crazy person. And eventually I checked back again.
Dedicated person.
Yes, I know. Yeah. And eventually the link works and the applications were open again. For I don't know what happened, but for some reason they were allowing more people in. So I applied right away. And I don't remember how long exactly it took, but I know I got my acceptance email this month a year ago. So I'm fairly new to the Pepper Pack. So it was December 2019 that I got my acceptance email. So it's like my 1-year anniversary.
Woo woo.
And now you're on the Pepper Pack podcast. What a coinky dink.
Oh my gosh, I know. Last year when I got accepted, I thought Christmas came early, and now you guys are having me on, so it's like Christmas came early again.
I mean, we're here to make dreams come true.
Yeah.
It's honestly, it's the talent organizer for the show. He does a prime job.
Oh, hey.
So, there he is. So I can't help but notice the shirt that you're wearing, never stand between a woman and her Dr. Pepper. I think that's my wife's motto.
Yes.
That's why Josh hides to film this in the other room. Sorry. Sorry.
You're not wrong. In fact, she kind of gave me that stare down as I have two fat boys in my hands coming downstairs, and she's like, "You're gonna give me one of those, right?" And I'm like, "I love you, bye."
Yeah.
The can.
But the reason why I bring up the shirt, because I noticed something. I mean, aside from the fact that Dr. Pepper actually,
oh gosh,
responded to you. But you had posted this on Twitter and obviously on Facebook.
Yes.
But there was a particular detail, and it was specifically on Facebook where you had said, so in a recent Pepper Pack Pod episode, you learned that there was no period in Dr. Pepper.
Oh my gosh, I know. I feel like such like a newbie because I feel like I've been putting the period this whole time, my whole life. And then literally just whenever the episode came out, whenever I listened to Zach's education, like segment of that, I learned that there was no period, and there's no way I could go back and take off all the periods of the posts I've made. But now moving forward, I am educated.
let me help you feel better. I'll be honest, I always just typed it in when I was growing up, not even knowing, even though I drink it all the time. Yeah. And then in the Pepper Pack, like the first month I was in the Pepper Pack, someone posted, and I want to say it was Kyle Dunn, our I call him he's not self-proclaimed, it's me proclaiming him the original Pepper Pack ambassador. He posted something about like, I hate when people put the period after doctor, and I had just posted something about it and I had typed in there, so I went back and edited my post and took off the period. And I was like, oh crap, I gotta make sure I don't do that anymore. And so then that's when I started digging into the history, and I saw someone else in our Pepper Pack posted on Twitter, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago, I want to buy so many cool things on Etsy from and support all these Dr. Pepper people. They're making the stuff, but 96% of them are spelling Dr. Pepper wrong. And I'm like, they're putting the period in there, aren't there? And they're like, yep. Like, we saw it on your show. And I was like, yes, people are watching.
But this shirt is accurate.
Yep.
We don't have a period here. So I was really excited when I listened to the episode and then found this shirt without a period. So Amazon.
Now, and they did say, I'll say this for anyone that's looking for Dr. Pepper spelled correctly. They did contact the seller and asked if they can get it without the period. And the seller's like, oh yeah, I could do that. Cut off the period when I make the shirt. And so if you are looking for Dr. Pepper's products on Etsy or whatever, reach out to the maker and see if they can help you out.
Oh,
I'm
perfect.
all about supporting all those people.
And it's supporting small businesses, which, given what's going on right now,
I know it's so important.
So, segue. You apparently got to see something for the first time in a few months today on the shelves.
Oh, yes. Okay, I went
Yeah,
to
yeah, we
King
do our
Soopers today.
homework.
I know. I know. I went to King Soopers today to get my groceries for the week. Well, I guess this coming week, and I go and I get 3 12-packs. That's just my thing. That's what I do every time because they're usually on sale. By the way, King Soopers has them 3 for $12.99, which is a great deal.
I missed the
Um,
days. I worked at Dillon's, which is an affiliate of King Soopers here in Kansas,
mhm.
and I missed the days. I remember they used to be like 4 for $10. And I
Oh
was
yeah.
just like, I want that to come back so
I
bad.
just miss King Supers, but that's what I get moving
Oh,
out of Colorado to a different state.
I know. Well, luckily for King Soopers and maybe in your stores too, Dr. Pepper Cherry is back, which I'm a fan of the cherry. I also drink Diet Cherry, all the cherries combinations. So I got my fix of the cherry, which I haven't seen in months. So that was
Now, do you ever do the cherry with the ice cream? Excuse me, make like the float. Now, it gives it a nice flavor with that extra vanilla ice cream in there.
oh yeah, I bet. No, I haven't done that. I should.
And Dr. Pepper had a float day. I think it was 2 summers ago, and I had the dark berry, I had the cherry, I had the regular, and then I did the vanilla float, all with extra ice cream. And
All
the
in the
vanilla.
same cup?
No, I had 4 different cups.
Oh.
Oh, that'd be a suicide deal.
I don't have them down here, but I had no. Actually, I do have them down here. They're just back there, covered up. There's those pint glasses. There's 4 different designs, Dr. Pepper
Okay.
styles, and I got those. And so I did a different flavor in each one.
Oh wow.
And I took a picture of my backyard. It's on my Facebook and Twitter somewhere in the yesteryears. But the cherry was really good. The dark berry was really good as a float. It had a nice extra vanilla flavor. The regular was classic as always, but you couldn't really tell any difference with the vanilla float because it was just extra vanilla and already had that flavor. But I would recommend the cherry. It was good.
Okay, sounds good. I know I'll have to do that.
So now the big question
Oh, okay.
is
Who's your favorite
now-
host? Oh, sorry, that's for later.
Wow, off the record. How do you prefer drinking your Dr. Pepper? Do you prefer can, bottle, fountain, 2-liter?
Okay, so
IV.
well, if that was but definitely can, hands down. I'll tell you why. Well, basically, I mean, it's easy to get the 12 packs, 3 for $12.99. But also, I, like I said, I'm always running around everywhere. So I like to have basically when I pack my lunch, I pack a Dr. Pepper for myself as well. So can's super convenient. I don't mind the bottle. However, I'm one of those people who's trying to be eco-friendly, and I try and reduce my consumption of single-use plastic.
Okay.
So an aluminum, I mean, either way, if I drink it out of a can or a bottle, I still recycle it. But aluminum is more of a commodity than plastic. Nerding out here. Either way, I always recycle either one, but the fountain's never consistent for me. So if we go to a fast food place, I will not get a drink and I'll bring my own can because
You're
it's
a
just
BYODP
better.
kind of person.
Yes, because the fountain it's never perfect. It's never fizzy enough sometimes. It's always something off. I feel like maybe that's just me.
No,
No, you're not wrong.
It has to be cold. I heard someone else
I-
say they drink it warm.
Yeah,
That is a no-go.
I can't do that. That's one thing I've still not done is that there's the hot Dr. Pepper ad where they're like you can heat it up and add lemon to it. I don't like anything lemon lime as it is, so I don't want to add that to my Dr. Pepper.
Sure. Yeah, me
But
neither.
yeah, not be good.
Why would you add extra flavors to a drink that's already perfect as it is?
Well, that's actually Dr. Pepper's ad. They say heat it up and add a slight lemon slice on it.
Okay.
Back in the day, they had the hot Dr. Pepper. And if you remember when I went to Linger Longer, she showed me she had this little square kind of box with a blue and red cap on it for the hot water and the hot Dr Pepper and the cold Dr Pepper in it. I've seen those on eBay. I just haven't got to them yet.
I don't know if
I could get myself to do it. Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I like the ice cold can. Now, have you had a glass bottle? Have you ever had it on a glass bottle?
Oh,
because Josh just got to experience that the other day and it changed his life.
It really did.
No. A glass bottle would be great because glass is also very recyclable.
Yes.
So
you know how wonderful and crisp it tastes in a can when you crack it open.
Mm-hmm.
The glass bottles just take a perfectly chilled can of Dr. Pepper, multiply it by 23.
Oh, perfect.
That's drinking it out of a bottle.
If we're gonna do math, let me do it this way. Dr. Pepper is like squared, and as far as flavored, it's whatever Dr. Pepper is squared out of a can. It's great. Okay. But drinking out of a glass bottle, it's like cubed. Multiplied by itself times 3.
Times 23. Let's get it right here.
So to the 23rd power, if we're going to use the proper math terms.
You guys didn't tell me there's going to be math on this podcast today.
Well, we have a teacher here. What do you expect?
I get this sentiment, though. I will have to find it. I don't even know where you find them.
So I found them sometimes in like a Walmart or just a grocery store. I don't know if King Super would have them. Working at Dillon's, I also didn't get them there. But every now and then you can find like a little 4-pack at Walmart. I know sometimes Costco and Sam's will have them as well. Yeah. But it's kind of a rare shot there. But they are on Amazon. I've seen them on Amazon. I'm just always scared to order glass Dr. Pepper off of Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Walmart, and it kind of ties into the Dr. Pepper hiccups. Give me every time.
You just get emotional when you talk about Dr. Pepper.
It's true. I can't help it. But no, some Walmarts will have, as Zach said, the 4-pack of glass bottles.
With
and
real
a lot
sugar.
of times, and they're made with real sugar.
Oh, yeah, those are good too.
Oh, yes.
Josh just got to have one for the first time a couple days ago.
Mm-hmm.
I used to buy the green cans, but before all of this happened, there was 12 packs of the green 12-pack box and cans.
I know.
See, we don't get the green. We don't get the real sugar cans in here in Kansas. But my sister does live in the Springs, Colorado Springs area.
Yeah.
So my wife and I will have to go visit her and stock up on some Dr. Pepper.
Wait, you said your sister lives in the Springs
area? Yes.
So does my sister.
Oh, nice. Well, that's where I work. So we'll all just get together and drink the real sugar ones without you guys.
Sounds good to me.
Oh. She said without us.
You're definitely invited.
That just means you have to go out to Colorado. I mean, I go out there at least once or twice a year. Guaranteed.
Oh, yeah.
Guess what?
Zach, you got to make the trip.
It's true. You do. And the Springs is a gorgeous area. I mean, you've got the Garden of the Gods. The Air Force Academy is cool.
Been there.
The Olympic Training Center is really cool to go to.
I do like Manitou, the incline. I did the incline a few years back. Me and one of my friends, we went to a Manchester United game. They played in Colorado in the summer. Mm-hmm. And so the next day we decided to go to the incline because I wanted to do it. But I love photography. So I was like, I want to get to the top at sunset so I could take pictures of sunset. Didn't think about it. Coming back down. My balance is all thrown off from my car accident. So I was like going down that steep trek. I was like, nope, I'm going to take the zigzag trail back on the way down. And I didn't realize how dark it gets so quickly. I expected they'd have like some lights. So I used my phone flashlight. It died on the way down. My friend's phone died on the way down. But we did find somebody left their phone at the top. And me being who I am, couldn't just leave it there. So I got into like their contacts and called the last number. I was like, hey, I know this isn't the voice you're expecting, but I found this phone at the top. They're like, oh, yes, we're already at the bottom. I was like, okay, we're coming down. I'll bring it to you. So I got them their phone back. And
you may or may not have used the flashlight.
No, I definitely used the flashlight. No, for sure. I needed the extra light. But
that's the thing. You got to be careful because I mean, I definitely recommend the zigzag trail down either way.
Mhm.
Going down those stairs is not safe. I mean, my knees are a little iffy because I ran and danced for years and years, but yeah, I still recommend the zigzag trail. But yeah, no, there's no lights out there. So if you're planning to do the Manitou Incline,
Now,
have a headlamp or something.
if you ever need a good story in Colorado, my niece has one of the fastest times up the incline for a 10-year-old.
Oh my gosh,
My
she's
my
10.
my sister and her husband do like all these Spartan races and stuff, and so my sister loves to like run up the incline. So she takes her 2 daughters up there, and my little niece. I'll get you some information on her later and get you a little article if you ever want to do a little feature.
Oh my gosh,
Because
that's
you
so
work
fun.
in the news realm, right?
Yes, I know. We're always looking for stories, and here's another one. That's awesome.
I
No,
mean,
seriously, thank you. No, that's 10 years old. That's incredible. Seriously.
yeah. But yeah, I was thinking, hey, you could even bring us on there, and you could talk to us if you wanted, but we don't have to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hashtag shameless self plug.
No, I don't know if they're allowed to because I actually had when I first started teaching, I added a bunch of the news people on Twitter because I just got my Twitter just for Dr. Pepper when I first started it. And so one of the news anchors here in Wichita reached out to me and was like, okay, what's the deal? I'll bite. What's with Dr. Pepper teacher? You're a public school teacher. I was like, actually, I teach at a private school, but still, yes, I love Dr. Pepper. But since we have been gifted things from Dr. Pepper, like our awesome 6-foot foam finger, the
Commemorative bottle.
the bottle, the welcome kit, they said that is technically considered advertisement, and they are not allowed to bring me on since I quote unquote work for them and it'd be an advertisement.
You're a walking advertisement. Let's be honest.
I know, but I did mention. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, it's always a tricky thing. Obviously, you have to be unbiased. You have to make sure. Obviously, like for me, I had to clear it with my boss to make sure I could be on here because I'm under contract with the news station. So I was like going on another broadcast. Is that okay? So obviously told him it was for the Pepper Pack podcast, and he's like, yeah, sure, that's fine.
Do it.
So yeah,
those guys.
Always good to double check.
Yes.
I mean, we did that with Dr. Pepper even before we announced that we were even doing this podcast because I'm like, I don't want them coming after me with 23 different lawsuits.
That, and we want to maintain a good relationship. We want to do what we can to help them. So anytime we have these fun, crazy ideas, just know that we've shot out to Dr. Pepper, reached out to them, and contacted them before we announce stuff. In fact, I was telling Josh because he's possibly getting one of these giant foam fingers tomorrow. Sorry, we didn't record tomorrow, but outside of my box, so there's the classic little card that they give us inside the box. But on the outside of my box, I was folding it up to throw it away because it's a huge box. And my wife's like, get this out of the living room. So I was like, okay. I realized in that little plastic, like sealed envelope to the side of it, where usually the invoice is or whatever, there's this other paper. And I was like, what is this? And it says, to the voices of the Pepper Pack podcast, fans like you are what make Dr. Pepper and college football so special. Without fans, there'd be no delicious Dr. Pepper, and there'd be no college football Saturday during which to drink it. And because we love our fans so much, we've decided fan safety is of the utmost importance. Thus, we are giving you this hashtag 6-foot foam finger. With it, you can cheer on your team, keep a safe but social distance, and drink a Dr. Pepper with your other hand, all at the same time. So pour an ice cold Dr. Pepper and fire up the Pepper Pack podcast because being a fan just got fun again. And I was like, okay, give us a little shout out. I see where you're at.
That's so awesome. I know I saw that on in the Facebook group. And I want one, though now I'm worried because I have my Pepper Pack mail sent to work. And so now the station is going to get this like huge box. So
I'm going to say I believe this is taller than 6 foot because I'm like 5'8", 5'9" with my hair spiked. And this thing's got a good like foot and a half on me. And I'm like, I'm either shrinking or I don't know how to count.
So I will find out when I get my package because I'm 6'1".
Okay, that'll be the test.
Well, yeah, I'll make sure to post pictures next to the box. It'll be like better than those pictures when you get a really big fish. I'll just have a bigger smile.
Yeah, I was telling Josh I felt bad though because mine got a little damaged in the shipment. There's a PVC pipe that goes through to keep it so the finger stays straight, but mine snapped in the middle. So I'm gonna see if I can. Well, that's. I actually was working on that, but because it's so like such a long area, it's so tight for the PVC pipe in there that like I couldn't get the broken part to like shimmy down.
Oh.
And I don't want to rip it, so I was just like, oh,
Darn it.
You know what I could do? I can make it look like actual football and wrap that athletic tape on the outside of it, like when players jam their fingers.
There you go.
Perfect.
Look at me.
Since you brought it up and you've got two Coloradans here, why don't you use orange and blue tape? I know you live in Chiefs Kingdom, but let's be honest. Let's be united in orange, and here we go.
What are we doing?
What do you think, Zach?
I don't even know what he asked. I just heard something about orange and blue tape, and my ears and.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah, that's all you need to know. Just orange and blue tape. It'll make me feel better about the Broncos season than how it's going right now. Yeah. I'm gonna drink some more. While I'm doing that, so Carly, since you've been in the Pepper Pack, what's been some of the highlights of being in the Pepper Pack?
Oh my goodness. I think, it's only been a short time. It's been a year, but I feel like just this is probably cheesy, but just like the community, just like knowing that there's other people out there who are just as crazy as me or maybe more crazy than me about it. That we can all share these ideas, share these cool things we find, like, the tall boys or, any kind of funny thing you see, like shirts or crafts. And Ken number 2.
So just for those of you listening to the episode on whatever podcast platform you listen to, I put up something on the screen that says cans of Dr. Pepper consumed by Zach this episode. He's currently at 1. I'm still working on my first. What we will be doing? Oh, that's number 2. Yeah, well, you haven't consumed it yet, but
it's not empty yet.
Well, while he's doing that, I need to change the number. But that's going to be one thing we do moving forward is however many cans we consume during the episode, we'll show it on screen.
That's cool.
So because we're fancy like that. But no, so back to what Carly was saying, I love the community that the Pepper Pack has. Honestly, that's like the one area of Facebook. If I want to just feel happy, I go there.
Right.
Because I don't have to worry about any of the negative Nancys in the group because they're not there. So I completely agree. I love the community that we have. Absolutely love it.
I just love talking about Dr. Pepper, and it's nice when other people are like, yes, Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's super fun. I will say I also like trying all the new flavors, though I'm not blaming anyone. I will blame the pandemic, but my birthday was in May and I didn't get my birthday can. But it's probably just because of the pandemic, so it's okay.
Oh, are you talking the birthday cake, icing on the cake?
Yes, icing on the cake.
Okay, so just so you know, I don't know if everyone else who's listening knows this, they only ran that through the year of 2018.
Oh, well, that explains it.
So those, and I talked to them when they brought me down to Texas for my haircut. They got a limited supply of that, and they had enough for all the people in the Pepper Pack at that time. So people that were added to that Pepper Pack that year, after they distributed or allocated the amount they needed, you still didn't even get it. And that's why I'm going to get on my soapbox right here. I see number 2.
Oh, man.
I'm going to get on my soapbox as the self-proclaimed, even though I've never called myself this, Dr. Pepper police person, president, whatever they want to call me. It drives me nuts when I see people selling those special pepper pack cans on eBay.
Oh,
I've seen them going for like $200 a can. I'm like, guys, are you kidding me?
I saw one go for $450.
oh my gosh.
I want to taste people.
Well, it does make me feel better, Zach. So thank you.
I was gonna say I have a couple that aren't open, but it's been 2 years, and I don't want to do that to you and send you a can that's 2 years old. But
Yeah,
although we should do this as an experiment because I tell people this all the time. It literally tastes like if you go get a can of vanilla icing from the store and you pour Dr Pepper into it and mix it up to where it's liquid. That's I think literally what it tastes like. It was so vanilla icing.
You're gonna make
strong,
me
and then
do
Dr.
that
Pepper.
on a. You're gonna make me do that on a live episode, aren't you?
Look at you. You act like you're angry, but you're inside going, "This is gonna be awesome."
His gears are turning. I can see.
Yeah, no, definitely the gears are turning.
But
Yeah,
it was very sweet. It did taste very much like vanilla icing as a Dr. Pepper flavor. So,
Okay. Nice.
So
I know lots of people said
what
it
I'm
was too
thinking.
sweet, but I liked it.
So here's what I'm thinking. Yes, the gears are turning because I still have. I think I've got 3 cans left. I put one in the fridge of the icing on the cake. I can't believe I'm going to do this. And then I go the other route of like just the frosting and melt it down with Dr. Pepper in it and all that. And then we do a blind taste test. I'm slightly terrified.
You know what we should do, Josh?
The things I do for this show.
We need to do that, not on a diet episode, but if we are able to do our special 1 year thing that we were talking about.
Oh, do it from the Dr. Pepper Museum?
If we can actually get that to happen where we can go to the museum, that'd be fun to do there. That way we can both like have the same consistency of the drink and of the mixture.
Yes.
Well, I'll definitely tune in for that one.
So we don't know if we can do it yet, but we want to find a way to get down to Waco for our 1 year Pepper Pack podcast anniversary.
Oh my
do
goodness,
a live
that'd be so
episode from the
fun.
museum.
Since that'll be on May 23rd, 2021.
Nice.
So, because we like to keep things, consistent on this show. So, but awesome. Well, Carly, thank you so much for joining us on the show. This is a blast.
Oh yeah, so fun.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And if people want to follow you on social media, where's the best place for them to do that?
Oh, thanks. A lot of it's news stuff. I will give a disclaimer there. A lot of it's Colorado news, but I do like to slip in Dr. Pepper things every now and then. So it's _news. So it's like my last name, CMOORE_news on all the socials.
Awesome.
all the socials. Awesome. Well, again, thank you so much again for coming on to the show. And we'll do one more again shout out. This can. Even though
this can and this can.
This can. Sponsored by Carly and shouting out all the frontline essential workers. Again, you guys are awesome. We appreciate each and every one of you for your efforts. Stay strong. So
awesome. Yay.
And if you want to sponsor an episode of the Pepper Pack podcast, head over to our YouTube channel. As I've said every other episode, Zach has a wonderful video that he put together that explains how to do it, and it's super easy. Really,
it is easy.
It's so easy that if you want to sponsor multiple episodes, we would not stop you.
Wouldn't complain. And then if you want to pick up your official Pepper Pack podcast merchandise, head over to redbubble.com. It's the only place you can get it. Just search for Pepper Pack podcast and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're on it all. So that's going to be it for this episode. And for the final episode of 2020, and we look forward to a very exciting 2021. We've got a whole lot of new stuff planned. So make sure to stay tuned for that. And on that note, we will catch you on the next one.
Bye.